I'm going to tell you a story about a narcissist, but we are going to break the story in 7 steps. Let's get started. This story is about Marcus, who was just 7 years old, and that day he just lost a race. To others, it was just a race, but to Marcus, it felt like his whole world collapsed. His stomach dropped, his face became hot. He felt embarrassed and ashamed, and that day a small voice inside him said, I will never feel like this ever again in my life. That one promise that he made to himself changed everything. By the end of this video, you will understand somebody who hurt you, perhaps whom somebody you loved, or maybe you will see somebody in the mirror. So number one, first stage, the pain, where it starts. Let's get started. Before Marcus became an adult, he was just a little boy. Maybe nobody hit him, maybe nobody shouted at him, but emotionally, nobody saw who he was. Nobody asked, how you doing? The only question was, did you win? What are your grades? What are you better at? What didn't you do better? His parents may have loved him, but Marcus only felt important when he succeeded. They saw his report cards. They did not see the child holding it. So Marcus started believing, if I am not the best, I am nothing. If I fail, nobody loves me. This is important. A child does not choose this pain, but when the pain is never healed, it can grow in a harmful behavior. Understanding the wound does not excuse the abuse. Stage 2, where the mask was created. So as Marcus grew older, he created a new vision of himself. This Marcus looked confident. He was funny, charming, strong. He acted like nothing could hurt him ever. But inside, he was a frightened little boy who was still there. Marcus hid that little boy behind his smile. He didn't want anybody to see his fears. He believed, if people see real me, they will leave me. So he wore a mask. At first, the mask protected him, but slowly it became his whole identity. After some time, even Marcus forgot who he really was. Stage 3. Now he needed constant attention. That's what feeds the narcissist. At the age of 19, Marcus discovered something very powerful. When he acted confident, people liked him. When he laughed, they laughed with him on his jokes. They listened his entire story. They answered his messages quickly. For most people, attention feels good, but for Marcus, it was a fresh breath of air. It was like air for him. It made him feel alive. That feeling never lasted. Soon he needed more praise, more attention, more proof that he mattered. A voice inside him kept saying, prove it again, prove it again, prove it again. Then Marcus met Elena. On their first date, he praised everything about her, her smile, her job, her personality, how she carries herself, even the way she speaks. He bought her flowers and made her feel very special. Elena told her friends that she was over the moon. She has never met anybody so sweet. But Marcus wasn't truly getting to know her. He was just studying her. She was an object and a subject for her. He learned that what she wanted to hear, and then he said it. Her excitement made him feel powerful. That is called love bombing. It can feel like deep love, but sometimes it's just a way of gaining attention, trust, and control over you. Let's move to stage 4. People become your mirror. So in this stage, many people misunderstood what is going on with them. Marcus did not always see people as separate human beings with their own needs. He sees them as a mirror. He silently asks, do you admire me? Do you think I am important? Can I control you? Are you better than me? First, Marcus made Elena felt completely understood. But he was not reading her heart. He was learning what she needed to hear so he could be the person who she wants and he can control her. As long as Alina admired him, she was a good mirror. And when she questioned him or stopped praising him, Marcus became cold. It felt as if this love disappeared overnight. That truth was painful. He did not even value Alina for who she actually was. He valued now what she made him feel. The same thing happened at work. Priya, a co-worker, shared an idea during a meeting, but nobody responded. 10 minutes later, Marcus repeated the same idea with more confidence. Everybody loved it. Excellent idea, Marcus, the boss said. He never mentioned Priya. He did not even think about how she'll feel. He only saw a chance of good, intelligent image that he has in front of the managers and CIOs and CFOs. Now let's move to stage 5. But no mask can stay forever. One day Marcus' boss gave him a promotion that Marcus was expecting, but it was given to somebody else. For two other people, this was disappointing. To Marcus, it felt like complete rejection. Suddenly, he felt the same pain he had when he was 7 years ago, when he lost the race. He felt small, he felt ashamed, but Marcus could not admit that he was hurt. So the pain came as an anger. That evening, Alina tried to confirm him, said, I am sorry, you did not get the promotion. And it must, I'm sorry, you did not get the promotion. That must really hurt. Marcus actually attacked her back. He said, you wouldn't understand. You would never have experienced the pressure in your life. Alina had done nothing wrong. She was just simply trying to help her. She was just there when the mask broke. This is called a narcissistic injury. It can happen when a person feels rejected, criticized, or embarrassed. Instead of showing sadness, they may respond with anger, silence, blame, or cruelty. If you have ever wondered why did they become so angry over something so small, it wasn't small to them. It touched deep wound that you cannot see. But remember, their hidden wounds does not give them permission to wound you. Now let's move to stage 6. Over time, the people closest to Marcus begin to see behind the mask. That terrified him. If somebody got too close, Marcus pushed them away. If a friendship suddenly ended or a relationship became cold, he blamed other people before they could question him. By his late 30s, Marcus had co-workers, followers, even a family, but nobody truly knew him. A little boy inside him was still holding the dark secrets. Marcus has spent so many years pretending that he could no longer find his real self. From the outside, he looked successful, but inside, he felt completely alone. Alina finally left him when he was 26 years old. There was no big fight. She was simply tired. Tired of explaining, tired of crying, tired of trying to make him understand her. One day she stopped crying and quietly walked away. But Marcus told everybody, oh, she became boring. She wasn't fun anymore. He never mentioned the night Alina cried at the kitchen table. He never mentioned looking at his phone while she poured out his heart. In Marcus's vision, Alina's feeling did not matter. He only remembered that she stopped making him feel important. Alina finally saw behind the mask, and instead of facing the truth, Marcus pushed her away. Now let's move to stage 7. This story does not always end with a dramatic downfall. Sometimes it ends with quiet emptiness, relationships that never become truly deep, success that no longer feels satisfying. Praises that feel good for only few minutes. Late night Marcus still feels afraid. He knows the attention will eventually stop, and without it, he may have to face the little boy inside him. The boy who still feels ashamed. The boy who still believes that he must win to deserve love. Marcus spent his entire life creating a person everybody could admire, but he never learned how to know, how to love, how to be himself. In this story, if you think of somebody who hurts you, please remember, you did not cause their wounds. You cannot heal them. And understanding their pain does not mean accepting their abuse. Real change is impossible, but only when they accept responsibility, face their behaviors, and get professional help. You are still allowed to create boundaries. You are still allowed to protect yourself. You are still allowed to leave. If this story touches your heart, tell me in the comments who came in your mind. Please do not share their name, only the story. And subscribe to my channel if you want to learn to what more about what happened to people when they lose, or people like Marcus, because their healing stories come next. Take care. Bye.